You know how the Wu-Tang Clan is always like bong bong?
No.
You never heard him say that?
I don't.
The Riz is always like bong bong when shit's like truthful or whatever.
Okay.
I mean, they've been doing it for like 40 years, but...
Did he apologize or something?
No, I always wondered what it meant, and I kind of tried to look it up today to see if I could figure it out. I figure it should be something that's readily available.
Yeah, bong bong Wu-Tang.
There wasn't much, except a Reddit. Not even Reddit. It was like a forum that was like yellow and black and shit. Maybe it was a Wu-Tang forum.
Color of bees.
The guy was just like, hey, why did he say that? And this other guy goes, basically.
You got that from text?
Yeah. He's like, obviously, because there's always like gongs in kung fu movies. He's like, and you know, somebody says something truthful and the gong, he's like, he's obviously imitating a gong. And well, I'm like, well, then why wouldn't he just be like gong?
You don't have any payoff for this story?
No, that's it.
Fuck. I'm Jason.
And I'm Jules.
And we doing filmographies.
We are discussing a film that I like to call...
Do you call it Son of Sam also?
I
Googled Son of Sam.
Originally, that was the title, but Summer of Sam.
Summer.
This is an interesting little film.
Pretty long.
It is pretty long. I think it does a little bit of that Tony Scott cinematography, where all of a sudden it goes from like regular film stock to saturated grain. Yeah. And it's,
I mean, that's it just in Son of Sam's apartment, though, I think, right?
I think it happens a couple of times outside of it.
Okay.
Maybe not, though. That shit is all... So, okay. So the tagline of this film... First off, this came out in 1999.
Do you know, that's the only movie that isn't the year of The Matrix.
Yeah. Isn't that weird?
It's crazy. We finally found one.
The tagline was, the summer of 77 was a killer.
That's pretty good. I like that, Jules.
But then there's like at least 6 or 7 ellipses.
Should we talk more? Do you want me to talk shit about it? I like that one, but I hate it. It's garbage.
The movie?
No, the tagline.
Yeah, no, it's perfunctory at best, I guess. It had a budget of $22 million estimated. You want to guess whether or not it made money?
Oh, Jesus.
It's Spike Lee post Do the Right Thing.
Okay, so I mean, that's obviously a hint. I was playing the Hollywood Stock Exchange at this time, so I would have been paying attention to the box office. I think it did not make money.
It didn't. It made $19 million, though.
Okay.
Which isn't bad.
Please try to remember that I saw this in the theater with my mom when it came out.
You were 9?
No.
13.
How would I be? No.
How old are you?
42. In 1999, I would have been 17.
There you go. That's interesting.
Me and Mama Schubert, as you like to call her.
Yeah. Oh, Mima.
Yep.
I was 18.
I thought this would be like 7.
I was raging against the machine.
I thought this was going to be a serial killer movie.
You know what? I think I saw this in the theater too, now that I think about it. And I remember a grave disappointment.
I saw 7. I saw 8mm and was disappointed. But here comes another serial killer movie. Yeah. This one's going to be real good.
And I think, in hindsight, now that Zodiac exists, it just casts an extreme pall over this movie.
This thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
I kept thinking about Zodiac the entire time.
All right.
Just like, yeah, I wish this was Zodiac.
Okay.
So yeah, it didn't make money, but it didn't do terribly, considering. Spike Lee was facing a lot of negative feedback from the families of the victims.
I don't know why. It's not really... I mean, what?
They didn't want him to glorify the killer in some manner.
He's not glorified.
Apparently. In fact, the killer's portion of the movie is quite unintentionally comical, I think.
I remember thinking it was quite funny in the theater. Like, it was stupid.
Or maybe it is intentional.
No, I don't think so.
Because it is ham-fisted.
I agree. I liked it kind of a lot this time around.
Okay.
Because I
was like, oh, it's Babyface Nelson. He played Babyface Nelson.
In what?
Oh, Brother, Where Art Thou?
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about the Crude Up movie. What was that one?
Oh, Public Enemy.
Public Enemies.
No, that was...
our British friend.
Stephen Dorff?
He was Babyface? I thought it was...
Who's our British friend? Gary Oldman?
No. That guy who's in everything, whose name we don't.
Oh, Tom Hardy? No. Christian Bale? No.
No. Oh my God! Stop. Who's the guy who's got the girlfriend and they come and confront him and he pretends like he's somebody else and then eventually they leave and they're like, that's him though. Is that not Babyface Nelson? It is.
Yeah. I can't remember who.
He's some British guy who's in everything.
Okay.
That's great.
Oh, the little guy?
Yeah. Is he little?
No, I'm probably thinking of somebody else.
Pretty sure they are both actually thinking of the same person, Stephen Graham.
That's right. So as a result of all that worrying
Mm-hmm.
by the families of the victims, the script had to be changed. It focused more on the community rather than the killer.
Oh shit! So maybe they ruined the movie?
Yeah, Son of Sam was the working title for the original script, which was co-written by Michael Imperioli.
You got his name right again.
I've been practicing.
Imperioli.
Yeah.
All right, that's good. Wow, weird. Because the big letdown for this movie when I saw it is, oh, it's the neighborhood.
Yeah.
We're just really hanging out with the neighborhood.
I kind of felt like with that approach, we didn't actually need to ever see the Son of Sam until the end when he's captured.
Okay.
We don't need to be linked into him or any of his motives because it's not about that.
But it makes everything, it makes their paranoia and fear so much scarier at how brutal and awful it is when they show the murders.
Sure, but that would have worked if we would have followed the police officers more. If this was a bit more of a procedural. Yeah. We're following those guys.
Seeing the moment where they get blasted is really something.
Yeah.
It's so quick.
It's brutal. He's blowing chicks' brains out.
Yeah, through books, through windows.
In the original script, Richie was the lead character and Vinny was a secondary character.
Richie is Leguizamo?
Richie is Adrian Brody.
Okay.
Vinny is Leguizamo.
But Vinny took a bigger role with the changes?
Well, he took a bigger role because Spike Lee enjoyed John Leguizamo's improvising so much.
Okay.
That he ended up giving him more screen time. Like the scene where he pours coffee on Gloria is something he just did that I'm sure B.B. Newirth really cherished. I'm pretty sure when he comes back in and he's like, you forgot to lock the door, bitch. I think that feels like an ad lib too.
Yeah, for sure.
Because she's just like,
I need my car keys.
Oh, I did. Or maybe like, oh, I didn't expect him to be coming back. And he just does the whole thing. Yeah. He's good in here, but I think overall I just dislike his character quite a bit.
Yeah. He's a bad dude.
He is a bad dude, but...
Or can we call him Johnny Legs? Does anybody call him that? I feel like nobody calls him that. Oh, you do?
Johnny Legs, yeah.
Oh, damn it.
I was thinking about it when I was taking a pee the other day, actually.
You probably said it to me. I thought I was a genius here coming up with that one.
No, it's because I said it.
Johnny Legs.
Yeah.
Julian Watkins, Johnny Legs.
Michael Imperioli was originally meant to play Richie, back when he had more of a substantial role, I would imagine. But he had to drop out because of The Sopranos.
Yeah.
He was doing this show called The Sopranos. So he just appears briefly in the film as Midnight.
That's Spider. Who's Midnight? Who's
Midnight. He's the projectionist.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I forgot about him.
Sarah Michelle Gellar was originally cast as Ruby.
Oh, is that Jennifer Esposito's role? Is that her name?
Yep. Jennifer Esposito. You got it. Damn
Sarah
right.
Michelle Gellar, huh?
Yeah. Huh. Danny Aiello was originally supposed to play the role of Eddie.
Is that the...
That's the dad.
Yeah.
The stepdad.
I like that guy, though.
Yeah.
Wait.
Mike Starr is the guy who played him.
Oh, okay, never mind. I thought we were talking about Mira Sorvino's dad in the movie.
No, although he was really good, too.
Yeah, I like Mike Starr a ton in here, too. I'm glad they went with him. I like Aiello. Aiello's the best, but this guy's younger, and it seems to fit a little better.
Yeah, if he feels like an outsider.
Mm-hmm.
But I like the dad from Mira Sorvino. There's that scene where Leguizamo comes back after the cemetery.
Uh-huh.
And the dad, he's just like, hey, don't...
Tomorrow, don't put your business out here.
That was fucking
That guy's
awesome.
good. He's in all of these, right? We keep seeing him. He's in Girl 6. I feel like I've seen him a lot lately.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't recognize him. I recognized him, but I'm like, I don't know where. John Turturro was the voice of the dog, by the way. I don't know if you knew that.
Shut up. Really?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
I didn't either.
I'm sorry. I said shut up. I should say thank you.
No, you should say shut your mouth.
Shut your mouth. Thank you very much.
There we go. What do we got here? Leonardo DiCaprio and Benicio del Toro.
I'm making a face over here when he says these big names.
Yeah. They were originally considered for the lead roles, which I would assume would be Vinny and Richie.
DiCaprio and who?
Benicio.
God, Whatever this thing is, that would not benefit from DiCaprio in the least. However,
Is he Italian? I mean, I assume he is because of his
DiCaprio,
name, but
he's like Hungarian.
okay. Oh,
Yeah.
interesting. Because
I
Benicio del Toro's not Italian. I don't know if you knew that.
No, he's from the Czech Republic. I don't think Brody's particularly great in this.
No,
I don't know if I like Brody at all.
I think it's the British accent.
It's unbelievably bad.
It makes this feel like a farce.
And then when he like walks in on his mom,
Yeah.
and Mike Starr, and he's like, "Oh, mom, yuck!" It's like, "Oh, what do you?" I mean, I guess it's a natural reaction, but it's terrible.
Yeah, I could see the character without the British thing. Thankfully, that fades away quick. But his sexual journey is interesting.
Yeah.
And it feels like...
Why did they write it this way? It's strange.
I don't know.
I saw this with my mom, as I've said.
I didn't remember any of this.
This is the weird stuff. I
Yeah.
I remember him dancing around on the stage with the doll. I did not remember the other stuff where he makes money after the shows.
Yeah, it's... Well, we'll get there. So, what else do I got? I will say that Mira Sorvino hated filming the club scene when they're at the Cupid's, whatever.
Oh, that one? Okay.
Yeah, she said it was demoralizing.
Oh, really?
Yeah. 2 minutes of the film were cut mostly from the club orgy scene to get an R rating instead of NC-17.
Is that footage anywhere?
No, it might be. Spike Lee's snuff room.
Oh.
The scene in which Vinny and Deanna argue in the cemetery was improvised.
That's great.
Except Spike Lee told Johnny Legs to spit in her face without her knowledge.
Oh, interesting. All right. I don't... that's...
Yeah, you feel bad now, don't you?
Like, that shit's awesome for getting, like, a raw reaction out of people, but also really not a cool thing to do.
No, it's completely unnecessary, I think.
God, I really like how she gets the power back in that scene and becomes really powerful.
Yeah, she
I
rips
love
his
that.
asshole.
I should stop talking about the movie when you're telling me trivia.
No, that's it, because that's all the trivia I have.
Oh.
I do require one
No,
thing from you,
Don't
though.
say it.
I won't. Jason? Hit me with that synopsis.
Okay. Summer of Sam. Disco Italian meathead Vinny, John Leguizamo, can't stop cheating on his gorgeous, down-to-earth, smart, supportive, sexy wife. To make matters worse, Vinny's good friend Richie has come down with a case of English punkitis. Will Vinny be able to break his bad habits? Will Richie be able to make the world see him for who he is? Will the police ever catch the crazed lunatic running around killing people during the blistering heat of the summer of Sammy's?
Sandwiches. Sammy Sosa.
Oh, yeah.
Autographed.
Your sandwich?
Syringe.
Oh,
Because he's juicing.
not my Sammy.
Yeah. So, yeah, this film, I did see it before. I believe it was in the theater.
Did I mention I saw it with my mom?
You did.
Okay.
She snuck you in. Her purse.
Under her shirt. Oh, okay.
She was on your shoulders and you had a really big trench coat on.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't know who I would even have seen this with.
Not Gabe.
No, it
He's
would have been
like-
my friend base, but
When did you guys stop going to movies together? Did you ever go movies together? You went to movies together when you were little, and then you guys traveled
Gabe?
in different movie
yeah, we'd go to
circles?
movies that our mom would take us to when we were kids. But
You guys didn't kick it when you got older? He went off and did his own thing?
yeah, he was in a different, because he went to a different school than me.
Uh-huh.
He ended up going to a different high school that was more of an alternative high school, the Malcolm Shabazz School.
Oh.
That was sort of more of like a performing arts art kind of school.
Oh, he's a little fame boy?
No.
Gabe, he wants to dance forever. So we both saw it in the theater and we were both like, fuck that movie. I hate that movie. That movie let me down in every way possible.
I feel like I couldn't quite put my finger on it. I think at the time, I would have been 18. So this is when I was like discovering different things,
You're
movie
thinking about
wise.
getting a big stuffed man doll and dancing with them.
I just remember thinking like, these movies are being talked about, so you should see them.
Well, this is a case of they're talking about them before they come out, and it's a trick to get us to go see them. And once they're out, nobody ever talks about them again because not so good.
So the movie starts and we're seeing the son of Sam, Berkowitz. What's his first name? Ron? David.
And he's eating the meatball sub. The meatballs are falling out the other end.
No,
he's
that's
like,
not
God
happening
damn it.
at all.
Okay.
He's screaming in agony
Because of the meatballs.
while the dog is barking
They're hot.
because the dog's eating the meatballs. He dropped it out the window inadvertently. My sauce. You know?
Oh, man.
And he's just like, God damn it. Shut up. Motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
I think they say fuck like 430 sometimes in this movie.
Nice.
Isn't that insane? Also, that flag you like that was painted on the concrete.
What?
At the end of the street, there's those concrete barriers, and they painted the Italian flag.
Why do you say I like that?
Because you mentioned it.
When?
I don't know. Didn't you?
I don't think so.
Oh, maybe I dreamt it. I wanted it to come true. And
I don't remember what you're talking about at all. At this
They're
point.
always leaning on those barricades.
Oh, yeah, they are doing that.
Where the street goes almost into the fucking river or sea. I don't know.
And you think I was mentioning the flags?
Because there's a flag paint. I thought you just mentioned that area. But it had, whatever. They painted that for the film. It didn't exist prior to the film. You don't even remember it.
It's going to be so embarrassing when I look back at the text.
And you're like,
messages.
oh, yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I guess that was important to me at that moment.
Yeah. You know what I'm talking about, though, right? That
Yeah,
area.
where they're always hanging out, looking out at the water with John Leguizamo's crazy druggy eyes.
Those barricades are painted red, white, and green. The Italian flag.
Huh.
Even though that area isn't even predominantly Italian in reality.
What, in 1977?
No.
Oh.
And that still exists to this day, though.
The barricades?
The paintings. On
The
the
painted
barricade,
barricades? Because they did it? And
Yeah,
they
they
left
did it.
them?
Yeah. They were like, hey, we're going to do this. And they left it.
That's cool.
People are probably just like, whatever.
Yeah.
And the club that they go
These
to
little shit clubs.
isn't
Wait,
an actual...
Plato's Retreat or
no,
the other
the
one?
real one, the disco.
Okay.
It doesn't exist. And the building that they painted that sign on, it still exists there.
The sign?
The painted.
It's still up there?
Yeah.
Interesting. That club is hilarious because it's quite small, right?
It is quite small.
It's like bar room.
Yeah.
And that's it. It's not a ballroom over there. It's just a room.
It's just a room. It's like when you go, have you ever been to the Sky Bar?
No.
Oh, it's like that.
I mean, it's a kind of a good move because it would seem packed even if there's not that many people there.
So, we see Sam, whatever, he's losing his shit. And then we see Vinny and Deanna, and they're dancing at the disco. They like to disco dance. She is smoking hot.
Is this when she's being all hot?
Beginning, before she starts to get kinky. Just in general, she's a good-looking woman.
God, okay.
She's taller than him by at least a foot.
I never really gave much thought to Mira Sorvino. I never wanted to see Mighty Aphrodite. She honestly seemed kind of unappealing to me.
I know her most from the Chow Yun-Fat, Mark
Replacement
Wahlberg.
Killers.
Yeah. Is that the Mark Wahlberg one?
I don't think Mark Wahlberg's. It's her and Chow Yun.
It's her and Chow Yun. Okay, because there's a Mark Wahlberg one with Chow Yun-Fat.
The Corruptor.
She is unbelievably beautiful.
She seems smaller after this movie. If that makes any sense. Like her height.
Okay.
In here, she's like towering over John Leguizamo. But every time, like in Chow Yun-Fat movie, I don't feel like she was like that big.
She's 5'10". Johnny Legs is 5'6", and Chow Yun-Fat is 6'1".
Her smile on her face when she's like dancing, her like concentration, sexy face when she's doing moves, the outfits she wears in this movie, she is always like a 10 out of 10. And when she even when she looks sad, I'm like, oh my God, you have the prettiest sad face.
She's Paul Sorvino's daughter.
I do know that.
She dated Quentin Tarantino.
I think I did know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're disco dancing. They're married. He's cheating on her, every which way but Sunday.
Unbelievable.
But to be fair, that scene with Bebe Neuwirth,
yeah,
that's some sexy ass shit.
Fuck, this movie had like 5 legitimate "this is so hot"
Spike
moments.
Lee needs to direct erotic films.
That Bebe
Not
Neuwirth
porno.
shit was fucking wild when she's like in his lap.
When
and he's
he
reaching
starts-
all around her.
When he slaps her butt,
And
you can feel that first charge. He slaps it again. And he's got the supercharge, and then he slaps it a third time. Goes Super Saiyan on her. Just reaches around. He's on her titties. He's on her pussy.
Yeah.
I mean, I hate to be graphic, but this shit is fucking hot, and she is sexier than a mofo.
And honestly, that orgy scene later too, when she's
It's pretty good.
Like, I didn't realize. I was like, wait a minute, is she looking at him? But she's in a sandwich.
Yeah, when they fuck, it's pretty good too. I think he goes down on her once, and you see it in the mirror. God damn. This is some shit.
Yep, we found this movie to be quite erotic. It was
Yeah.
almost an emergency. We doing boners,
But Vinny rolls around with a couple of Italian guys too. You know, one of them wants to be like the ringleader. One of them's like the Joe La Truglia rat face, you know, weasel.
okay. So the guy that wants to be the leader is from The Sopranos. He's the guy
Yes.
that dies in the first season.
Is his name Pussy?
No, he's Tony's like friend that he looks up to.
Uh-huh.
He's maybe the leader of the
Boots?
group. Yeah, I think it's Boots. Boots Riley.
And
the little shithead, the
Yeah.
guy. Are you talking about the junkie guy?
no,
Oh, okay.
the other guy.
So that guy's from Becker, but he was also in Sleepers. Yeah,
Okay.
he's the one who gets killed by the neighborhood guy in Sleepers when they rip off the little kid,
Oh, sure.
and then the old man comes out and smokes him. He's one of those guys.
Oh, nice. There's the junkie. There's the guy who's like the little dog. And then there's the guy who's the second in charge, but he's really just a meathead.
Yeah.
And then there's the main guy. And then there's the gay dude that they all like really bash on at first verbally.
Yeah.
But he sticks up for him.
Yeah.
When the guy puts his hands on him, he's like, "The fuck you doing?"
Ah, we should look up that guy's name. 'Cause
Davey Legs or something?
he's in a million things. And I remember he was very noticeable in Trust the Man.
Okay.
I was like, that guy's somebody. I'm going to look that up.
Yeah.
And then I found out he died in 2020.
COVID?
I think probably cancer.
Okay. And then there's the sister, Jennifer Esposito, Ruby, who's sleeping around with everybody. She's the weasel guy, the little dog's sister.
Yeah.
And Johnny Rotten, played by Adrian Brody. The main gang leader guy, whatever, he also sells nickel bags.
Yeah.
Adrian Brody just came back from somewhere, and he's got like spiked hair.
Where did he go?
I don't know.
He wasn't in the army or anything.
He wasn't.
He didn't
just
get back from
went
Nam.
somewhere.
Oh, where does this movie take place? The Bronx?
Yeah.
Was he in New York, maybe? No, because CBGB's in New York?
CBGB is in New York.
It seems like,
The punk shit,
yeah.
you know.
It seems like
Debbie
he went
Harry
somewhere that he was deep in that scene. But
Right. He went away.
But if you went away, you wouldn't just be like a half hour across town.
No. I'd like to believe he was a little bit up the road, if nothing else. I don't remember where, to be honest.
Okay.
I really didn't have much investment in this film, except for when it got sexy.
Yeah.
And then I was all ears.
Mm-hmm.
But he's also like, I'm British, nay.
I hate it.
Get with the times. And they're all like, you look like a freak.
And it makes sense doing that obnoxious accent because I'm sure everybody wanted to be the obnoxious. They all want to be the British punk, right?
Yeah.
Oh, it's so fucking irritating.
Yeah,
in
he just
real
goes
life.
full Madonna on that ass. And Ruby's all about him. She wants to get with that.
He's hip. He's not from this neighborhood. She's like, yeah, punk. I'm
Well,
into
she
it.
knows who he is. She grew up with him.
Why? I know, but like he's no longer one of the neighborhood knuckleheads.
Mm-hmm.
He seems cultured.
I kind of feel like she had a crush on him, a legit crush.
Okay.
And then he went away to punk school. And now that he's back, regardless of his, veneer, she's just like, oh shit, Richie. Like she sees right through it to the Richie that she loves.
But is that Richie really there? Because
No, because she discovers that Richie does all sorts of stuff.
yeah,
But she's into it, at least enough to succumb to it, I guess.
Yeah.
The porno and
yeah.
whatever. So the son of Sam's killing. He's just blowing motherfuckers away. John Leguizamo's having sex with his wife's cousin when he drops her off. And there's a couple that honks at them. And as they drive away, that's the couple that gets killed by the son of Sam.
Mm-hmm.
And this is super weird. I was like, oh shit, John Leguizamo's a cop.
Oh, what?
Because
Oh, he rolls up on the homicide.
he rolls up
scene?
on the homicide scene where we see Smiley and Australia's own Anthony LaPaglia.
Is it Anthony LaPaglia?
LaPaglia. Yeah, he's Australian.
Lantana.
Yeah. Roger Guinevere Smith. Guinevere? Guenveur?
That's Smiley.
Yeah. Guinevere.
It's maybe pronounced Gwynver.
And Johnny Legs just pulls over and he's just like flabbergasted. He looks over at the car. He just walks right past the cops. Nobody's saying they're stopping him.
No, I live here.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Word. And then he goes up and he looks into the car and he starts touching the dead girl's face.
And he does not live there.
No.
He just snuck in there for no reason.
Because he was dropping off the cousin who lives in the area.
Yeah.
But they pulled over there because it's a dead end to fuck.
The
And he had
cousin who
sex with
doesn't
her
speak
butt.
English.
He put it in her butthole.
Why do you think he put it in her ball?
Because he says that.
Did he?
Yeah, I was fucking in her ass.
Do you think he did?
Yeah.
Do you think he's just saying that?
Oh, he said it, and then he wonders if he could do. They're like, why don't you do? Johnny Rotten's like, why don't you do that with your wife? And he goes, it's my fucking wife.
It's a sin.
It's a sin. So then all of a sudden, the cop, he goes, hey, Vinny, get out of there.
Oh, they know him from the neighborhood.
So I'm like, oh, he's a cop. They're playing it off like he's just some regular guy, but he's a cop. Okay, he's going to be investigating the murders. Nope. Just get out of here, Vinny. You're just the guy. A hairdresser.
Yeah.
And he leaves.
The thing that I actually found most interesting, which we didn't get anywhere near with your your discussion of it, he leaves the club to go fuck the cousin. He comes back to the club. He claimed he had a headache. He had to get out of there. He's like, I'll get you a sandwich. Shows back up. She's like, where's my sandwich? They dance. They leave the club. They're hanging out in the car. Everything's fine. She kisses him.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh.
Yeah.
Immediately you see on her face, she can taste that other girl.
Well, she touches her mouth. She goes, oh my God.
Oh my God, that's her butthole.
That's her pussy.
That's a butthole.
Because she says later, that's her pussy.
Mira Sorvino, that look on her face was fantastic. I thought she sold a lot there. I started laughing hysterically when I saw that just very subtle shift on her face. I was like, oh shit, she's got his ticket.
Yeah, I was going to get into that because it happens now.
Oh.
I'm glad you brought it up.
I'm sorry.
Because you're excited about it.
I was.
Johnny Legs thinks now that the killer, well, he must have seen me.
The secret way to not get hurt at all is to not go outside after dark.
Yeah. But
he doesn't go to anybody's house.
No, he just walks around. But
lumbering.
He acts in a somewhat violent nature.
Oh, that's good.
But Johnny Legs is like, well, he must have seen me because I was having sex with your cousin there. He doesn't say that, though. So Johnny Legs, basically, he's like, you know what? Fuck, man. I tasted death. And because I literally touched that girl's face and then licked it. And I got to be a better husband.
That's a good move.
I got to do it.
You should do that.
And he goes up to Mira Sorvino, and it's a really good moment. He's like, he doesn't say it, but she knows.
He shows up at her work when she is swamped.
Yeah.
And he's like, come sit with me. And she's like, no,
it's a genuine admission and profession of love. And then he undermines it completely because it's like, no, hang out with me.
Fuck him. He's interrupting her day because he feels guilty for being a bad person.
Yeah, but it sounds genuine enough that I think it's forgiven because he needs to say it.
Yeah, I guess if you just really feel like you haven't been giving the amount of love that you need to the person you love, not that you've been putting your pee-pee in any old hole.
I feel like if you catch them off guard, not that it's like a calculated scheme, but that it hits you even harder because you're just like, whoa, this isn't like he needed to talk to me and we set aside time. It's so raw and pure that he needs to just ambush me.
I feel like it's very interruptive.
But then he's like, no, hang out with me. And she's like, well, no, I mean, we're busy. I thought that was a little bit
just
of
leave. No, my dad's really busy in the kitchen. I have to get this food out.
Yeah, that's a super jerk move.
The mob is here waiting for their food.
And he does it later, too, when he wants to have sex. Yeah. God, this guy. The Son of Sam's killing, and he kills brunettes. So chicks are starting to dye their hair.
Yeah.
Ruby does dye her hair. That's when she interacts with Richie again because his dad-in-law is like, you can't live here, son. You got to live in the garage.
Wasn't that only because he walked in on his mom? Man, we didn't talk about his mom.
God damn it.
Patty LuPone is all really in a nice, sexy outfit
like
there on
leather
the couch.
One-piece bathing suit,
yeah,
almost.
Boobs falling out the top.
He rips them out.
She's attentive.
Holy mackerel.
They are totally in lust, and it is believable, and I'm happy for them.
It's fantastic.
And then her fucking dickhead son, who's in his mid-20s, shows up.
Oi, let's go. And he goes, oh, fuck mommy.
No, no, yeah.
Burn my eyes. And he goes, you dumb shit. Sit down. This is natural. You're moving into the garage, though.
Oh, I don't want to live in the garage. Can't you do this in the bedroom? We will do where we want.
Yeah,
this is our house.
Wherever we need to fuck.
Yeah.
You're in the garage. Oh, bloody hell, mate. And he rolls out of there, and Ruby goes, no, it's cool. I'll decorate for you. It's totally awesome.
Yeah, you get your own space. You get privacy.
And she does.
If you were attracted to Ruby, you could fuck her out there in the garage.
Yeah, and she tries to suck his dick.
Mm-hmm. That's a little... No, I'm with him on that one there.
No, absolutely.
You know what? You know what? This is the issue. Now, seems like he's mostly gay.
Yeah.
But if she tried to do that... The move is, how about we make out and fool around with each other?
Yeah, no,
you
I'm
don't
saying,
need to be aggressively trying to rip my dick
she
out.
tries to suck his dick.
Yeah.
The move is to be like, no.
Come here.
Not even come here. Just like, hey, just chill.
Yeah.
We don't gotta take our clothes off. You ever hear that song?
I mean, that's kind of like what he did, but why wouldn't, I mean, if you're interested in her, wouldn't you just at least try to get some kissing going?
No.
They don't even kiss.
He needs to just assuage that she doesn't need to do that, but we will do that.
Uh-huh.
As soon as he goes, nah, don't. She
like,
starts putting her shit together, her purse, and he goes, no, you ain't got to leave. That's when you need to be like, look, I'm into you, but
we don't need to take our clothes off. I have heard that song.
Yeah, it's a good song. It's a stupid song. But that ass is fine, girl. Just listen to me play the guitar.
Hmm?
And then you hang out and we smoke weed and then we kiss maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe above the shirt.
We don't have
fondling
any kind of bathroom or running water in here, but we don't need it.
No, we don't need to
We
do
just
it.
spit in each other's mouths.
Yeah, at any moment the wall can just suddenly lift up and reveal ourselves to the outer world because it's a garage.
Oh,
But, hey, don't worry about it.
Yes, I was thinking maybe the
Aliens?
Cenobites come in when the wall opens up.
You played with the box. I didn't get a chance to.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. But tempers are flaring though, because the cops, they make a deal with Ben Gazzara, who's Luigi, who's like the local Italian overlord.
His name is Luigi.
It is. And Ben Gazzara is just killing it. The fuck would I do a favor for you for?
Got 100 cops on the task force. You need my help? I'm only a plumber.
You know, this little guy used to work for me. You know, Anthony little Paulie used to work for me. He's a good little runner. Good little runner boy.
And now you have the balls to come here and ask me to do you a favor? Never. When you wanted to become a cop, did you come and ask me? Did you ask for my blessing? No. And you could have been a great plumber. As good as me.
There's like light to medium racism going around.
Yeah.
And with no disrespect, detective, in Harlem last night, your people, the coloreds, how many of each other did they kill? 7, 8?
8, 9 at least, and on Saturday 20 if we're lucky.
It's really good. It's like they're throwing it back and forth, but it feels real.
Mm-hmm.
Did I mention I don't like this movie?
I don't think you actually said it.
Yeah. Anthony LaPaglia decides, I'm going to read you some shit. I wrote it.
Oh, it's
the Son of Sam letters. And they're the real ones, verbatim. And it's, whatever, but it's enough to completely shock and rock Ben Gazzara to his core. Here's what I'm going to do to you.
I'm gonna cut your balls out, and I'm gonna put them in my eye sockets, and I'm gonna use those ball eyes to find all the other balls in the city, and I'm gonna have a big sack of ball eyes, and I'll be able to see everybody's sins.
No, he goes, here's what I'm going to do to you. Anthony LaPaglia says. He leans in, he goes, Italian words. And then Ben Gazzara goes, yes, reciprocal Italian words. So I guess they strike a deal? Yeah. Even though later when we see him, it doesn't seem like there's a deal in place because he's like, I had to take it upon myself to stop this guy. It's like, well, that was the deal.
I'm glad you like this movie. This seems like a Martin Scorsese movie, though, right?
It does. This feels
but not disciplined or good.
More so than...
This is coming out almost after Clockers.
More so than Clockers. This feels like Spike Lee's attempt at making a Martin Scorsese type film.
I am very into him trying on different hats.
There's a lot of needle dropping.
Yes, I hate that. But also, I think that's because another 30 years has occurred since, or 25 years.
Honestly, what this feels like the beginning of the next phase of Spike Lee. All of his go-tos are gone. They've evolved. They've become stars.
Mm-hmm.
So he's finding like a new crop of folk, but he's working with Michael Imperioli on the script. And another guy who wrote the book.
You don't think he's just like trying his hand at different genres? He's like, I'm a good director. I can pick out good actors, and I want to try out different areas. And it's honestly not as satisfying as the personal stories he generally seems to be rocking.
It feels like almost the full progression of him removing himself from the films and just allowing him to make his whatever he wants to make.
Mm-hmm.
But, the less we see of him, especially now with Johnny Legs and Adrian Brody, Mira Sorvino.
Uh-huh.
I mean, Debbie Mazar is there, but it just sort of feels like a whole new school of You know, he's working with actors of the time, but they're not like what would you call that? Like a troupe, an acting troupe, or
cohesive unit that he's used to working with.
Yeah.
They're just people he
it's a
recruits.
hitman job, you know.
Yeah.
He's just getting up and comers or whatever.
I wonder if this would have been better if it was the other script, or if it would have been pretty much the same.
Yeah,
as
maybe.
far as our reactions.
It probably would have just been more like The Inside Man.
Does that movie suck? Because
It's kind of boring.
my memory of that is that I don't like that movie at all, and a lot of
Yeah.
people are like, "This is a good one."
It's got good shit in it, and I think if you cut a decent amount of it out,
I think he's got a real problem with runtimes.
yeah, he does. I think he's got a real problem with structure. Being able to just say, you know what, we don't need this.
'Cause he is so phenomenal with like a shot, a tone, casting. I think he's really good with all those things. But then these stories are not so good.
Is there float walking in this?
Yeah,
Johnny Legs?
at the end, it's him and he's all high. He's all blasted.
Oh, that's
and he's
right.
with the
This
guy.
has the worst float walking.
Yeah, because you can barely tell.
And you can see he's seated
Yeah.
when the camera starts to get weird. It feels like this is bad.
Okay, we should. All right,
Yeah.
we'll hear that one.
So, you know, Johnny Legs, he's cheating on his wife, of course. That blows up in his face. And Mira Sorvino and him, she's trying to incorporate more sexiness.
Mm-hmm.
She asks Ruby how he liked to fuck her. It's real sad.
It's so sad. She's like, I'm losing him. I
Yeah.
don't think he likes me. She's so nice.
She puts
too.
on wigs. She puts on lingerie. She wants the lights on.
Because she wants to see him
Yeah.
while he's fucking her. That's good.
But he's fucking. He is faithful for a brief period of time, but then he goes off the rails. And then they go out to party, and they were gonna go to Richie's band premiere
Mhm.
because Ruby and Richie are together now. This whole time, Richie's been going to a sex place and dancing suggestively and also somewhat violently with dolls
Yeah.
in front of old Italian men.
Yeah.
And there's only like 8 or 9 of them in this theater.
How many shows do you do a night? Is it one show a night?
I think he said something about 3 shows, but
3
he just
shows,
comes
7
in and
days
just
a week.
wants to do shows.
But I think he must be doing that, right? Because he just wants to do one show.
Yeah.
And then he's doing them all the time. So he must be doing it for a job.
Got enough performers today, Richie.
One show.
One show.
Come on.
I got rules, Richie, and you know the rules. 5 shows a day, 7 days a week.
So he brings Ruby and he's like, I want to do a show for you. And I'm thinking, that's an odd way to put it. What does that mean?
Yeah.
And Michael Imperioli, she's up in the projection booth with him. And all of a sudden he's on stage in like short shorts and like tanks.
And his hair is not spiked anymore.
No,
he
he's-
washes it.
Yeah, he's like thrusting and there's a doll. At some points he pulls out a switchblade and he mutilates the doll, or he stabs the female doll, but he thrusts on the male doll or whatever. And Ruby's just like a fix, just like, wow, this is the real deal.
Were you confused by Michael Imperioli a little bit?
Yeah.
Like, is he bad in this? Is he good in this?
Yeah.
What is this voice he's doing? Am I into it? Is it the worst thing I've ever seen?
Let me see how special she is. What color panties you have on, honey?
Hey.
Let me see. What color? Just the color. I just want to see color. You tell me she's special.
Stop it, being rude.
Blue. Okay, blue.
Because when we first meet him, and he gets slightly aggressive with Ruby. When he's like, you should be doing porno, girl.
Yeah.
And he rolls up on her. But then he like ebbs. So you're like, okay.
He's used to trying to like recruit people
He's
because he's got to fill that
doing
stage
it, but
time.
It's not like malicious.
Yeah.
It's just like, are you interested? No? Okay, don't worry about it. You know? And so, yeah, he then, after his shows, he goes upstairs for money and something.
Yeah.
Pounds a dude, gets pounded. I don't know. Blows a guy, gets blown. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I was kind of
It
thinking
feels like he has
letting-
the upper hand.
Yeah, I kind of thought he was just like letting guys
Blow him. Yeah. Or just look at him.
You think
Touching his
so?
wiener.
You think they're paying? They touch it?
No,
Just-
he
just-
touches it. He strokes it. And
Yeah.
they just look at it.
I guess maybe you'd pay to watch somebody.
Oh, yeah,
like-
no.
You wouldn't pay to just like watch
That's
him
right.
turn around and move and stuff. He's
Yeah.
got to do something.
Maybe they get to smell him while he does it. His foot.
I feel like
I don't know.
peepees are going to be touched. If,
Yeah,
if
it
you're
feels like
going up in a
whatever it
room.
is, he's in charge. He's calling the shots. These guys are fucking demure.
And he's into it though, right? He
He's-
likes the power because he gives
Yeah.
that speech later to Johnny Legs.
Yeah, and she's like about it, you know. And Sam's killing. We don't really see the cops ever again for the most part. Eventually, Ben Gazzara, there's a brownout because everybody's running fans and ACs in their primitive stage.
Yeah.
And it's a brownout. And, Spike Lee is a news guy. This is my favorite Spike Lee cameo performance. He's the news guy.
I know he is. I'm thinking about what is he up against. There's him with the 40 or the beer and clockers. What else is this cameo?
I would kind of put the glue huffer as a cameo too.
Okay.
It's not a very significant. I mean, he's in quite a bit of it, but he's not a very significant role.
All right. I enjoy him in here. I didn't find it super notable, except for when the black people are accusing him of not coming to the black neighborhood.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Son of Sam struck last night in Brooklyn for the first time. I'm here, John Jeffries, in a predominantly black neighborhood of Bedford-Stuyvesant in Brooklyn, New York, to get a darker perspective.
And, word on the street is there's killing or whatever. It's just nice. He's good in here.
Yeah.
It feels like he's in on the joke, which I actually kind of like.
Yeah.
I don't usually like that sort of thing, but I do here. We see him once or twice before then he's doing the big interview and his sister's in it.
Yeah.
I'm just hoping that they get him quick. I don't care.
And this old woman's just like...
And I'd like to say one thing. I am surprised that you are in the black community. I didn't think you liked black people.
John Jeffries here. In the Bedford-Stuyvesant section of Brooklyn, New York.
Thank you, John.
So, yeah, Johnny Legs' marriage falls apart. She accuses him. They go to a party. They go to the CBGB. They're like, we're not welcome here. Well, where do you want to go? Let's go to Area 50. What?
Studio 54.
Studio 54.
Club 51.
Area 59.
And they will not let them in.
No.
The line goes around the block.
And he says they're men dressed as women. I guess I don't know what I would be able to accurately describe them as if I needed a term.
Oh, I didn't see them.
They're doing a long pan shot of the lineup. And I rewound it because I'm thinking, there's going to be somebody in there.
Was there?
No. Because Johnny Legs just like, we're going to go to the front of the line and just say we go in. And they're like, no, you can't come in.
Right. He's like...
She goes, baby, pay him. He goes, I ain't paying for that shit. And they leave.
Okay.
And they go somewhere, and they're somehow introduced to some guy.
No,
the guy's coming out of Area 54.
Area 54?
He's got his camera.
It's Michael Savage from The Deer Hunter and from... What was he in? Do the Right Thing? Where he's the white guy.
That wasn't Michael Savage, was it?
It is.
John Savage.
With no lines. He's the one that lures them to Plato's Closet. Plato's Closet. Plato's Retreat.
Yeah, Plato's Closet. Hey, we got all this consignment clothing. You got old skates, bring them down. And they go to this club and there's just drugs. And she's like, I don't know, we should leave. And he's like, you want to leave? We can leave. We could totally leave. I mean, I would stay.
Yeah.
She goes, all right, well, I guess we'll stay.
She's so nice, dude.
And then he's just doggy style railing on some chick. And then we look at her. She's on the floor. She's got a chick behind her and a guy in front of her. And I guess he's plowing her. And she's just looking at Johnny Legs. And he's just like, yeah, you dumb bitch.
It's so sad, dude. She's so ride or die. They could have had this weird night. And if he was...
This could have brought them together.
Yeah, they don't have to do this all the time.
Never
But
again.
she was down to do it with him.
Yeah.
That's a really nice lady that's willing to do that.
You need to express shame and disgust. Because that's what she was feeling.
Yeah.
Then you can say, you know what? This was a totally bad idea. Seeing you in the arms of another man really fucked me up. I was having sex with a girl.
I mean...
And it wasn't you.
Or go the opposite way and be like...
She's not down with it.
I know you don't have to try to get her to do it again, but you could try to help her with the shame. The shame that she's feeling and be like, no, it was really hot. I'm sorry you didn't enjoy that.
Look, I fucked up. I really need your social security card.
I know I was plowing that other girl, but watching you get fucked was just making me wish it was you.
Yeah, no, instead he's like, you dumb slut.
Yeah.
You're fucking that guy.
Oh man,
you bitch.
She immediately she's like, don't talk about it, I'm embarrassed. Yeah, and then she's like, fuck you.
You fucking prick.
You limp dick bitch.
Yeah, and she gets out of the car. He's like, get in the car. Fuck you. I'm gonna fuck a big black dick.
Yep. I'm
gonna get it.
Come and get it, free pussy.
Yeah,
she started screaming free pussy.
And it's great because Johnny Legs gets out to go grab her up, and she goes around the other side, gets into the car, and drives away.
Don't leave me here.
Baby, what the fuck?
Please don't leave me here. I'm scared.
Baby, come back.
No, I need.
And she just dusts his ass, and he gets killed.
He does. The last words are, "I'm never going to dance again."
Guilty feet ain't got no rhythm. But he doesn't. He goes home. They have a fight. She's leaving his ass.
He tries to go to her dad's house.
Yep. He's like, son,
get the fuck out of here.
Mm-hmm.
You're a bad boy.
Now the gang guys, the Guidos, as we don't like to call them.
I'm just realizing, I mean, is he Leg was almost supposed to be Italian in this?
Yeah.
Okay, because I was going to say, I'm pretty sure they wouldn't be so nice to him.
This whole time, these Italian dudes are putting together a list of their own of guys they need to knock around. They're like, oh, maybe it's the priest. Hey, priest, why are you driving around at night? Get the fuck back inside. I'm going to search his car. He's like, you don't want to do that, son. I thought maybe they would find some boy pictures.
No, like 3 little boys are in the trunk. Please, that is free.
Yeah, they didn't. And they go, hey,
guy with long hair coming out
is
of
he a
a
cab
place.
driver?
Oh, he is a cab driver.
My cab's been slashed.
I serve this country.
Yeah, fucking A. Not going anywhere tonight.
I got a necklace full of ears.
So then they're like, how about Richie? Because Richie...
I did that for you.
Michael, there's rats in here. They go, hey, how about that Richie, though? He's a weird guy. We hear he dances suggestively at gay sex clubs from the gay guy that we're now friends with.
And you know what? He also broke a bottle over his head.
Yeah, because that gay guy got beat up.
Yeah.
They go, who did this to you? Oh, it's Tommy and the boys. And they go over and they just fuck those dudes up.
Like instantly.
We're the only ones who could fuck this queer up.
I don't think they ever fuck him up either. They're just like a little rude to him.
That one guy
give him
burned
a
his
shove.
hand.
Oh, yeah. No, yep, never mind. I'm not standing up for them at all. That's insane thing to do.
The other guy stood up for him after he did that. Like, you shouldn't have, what you do that for? But still, that's pretty drastic.
Do you want to hear something terrible?
I do.
Hey, man, maybe quit being so come on-y to them.
Yes.
Quit flirting with them. They don't want it.
Yeah, there's no need for that.
Yeah, quit coming on to them. Maybe just be the dude from the neighborhood that they're friends with.
Yeah.
Instead of talking about...
You're gay, and they're fine with that.
Yeah.
You just don't have to, like, throw it in their face and, like, try to get on them.
Why you always got to spread your butthole and be like, come on?
That's men, though.
Yeah,
men are so sexually aggressive. It's unbelievable. You know? So they're like, you know what? We think Richie's the son of Sam. We're going to go do something about it, Johnny Legs, and we need your help.
Yeah.
And Johnny Legs is like,
I'm too far gone on the drugs.
Yeah, he's doing super hard drugs.
Can you please get Mira Sorvino to come back?
Because his wife left him. They're like, we know your wife's not sleeping, you pussy. So he's like, all right, we're going to get Richie. And they catch Berkowitz, though.
Berkey?
Berkey.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, yeah, it was me. And
who are you? It's me. I'm Richard Berkowitz.
So Johnny Legs. So they're in a real quick. Adrian Brody and Jennifer Esposito are in a punk band. It's legit.
Yeah.
But he's also railing her, and they're filming it.
Yeah.
And the guys are watching. And he's also still dirty dancing. They got a real thing going on. But now he's got a mohawk. And Johnny Legs is like, hey, look, I brought these guys down here. They're going to beat you up. But just tell me, are you the son of Sam? He's like, you think I'm the fucking son of Sam? He goes,
correct answer is no.
Yeah, but I'm going to say yeah because I'm an idiot. So he goes, fuck this shit, and he gets out of there. But then they go to his house, and they pull him out of the garage, and they start beating on him. And Adrian Brody's nose actually got broken during this sequence. And then all of a sudden, his dad comes out the house.
His stepdad.
Shoots his fucking Luger. Goosh, goosh.
His dad's dead? They don't tell us.
Yeah.
That's not his dad.
Maybe he died in Nam. I don't know. Or probably the Great War. And he goes, you leave my fucking boy alone. And you're like, oh, whoa.
He's the son of Sam.
Fucking A. They caught him already, you dumb shits.
You're just saying that.
One of you go in the house and call an ambulance. The rest of you, I'm going to shoot you. And they go, hey, man, it's cool.
Bruno, what are you doing? You're not getting on that fucking trampoline full of blankets.
And Adrian Brody, he's all busted up.
He wants to get on that trampoline full of blankets.
Get him on there.
Fuck that. Those are the family blankets. They don't need to smell like dirty-ass dogs. We use them all the time.
Not yet.
Yeah, the kids are using them in the morning. It's all the time, seriously.
Okay. So he goes, hey, you're a traitor, Johnny Legs. He goes, I'm sorry. and the movie ends.
Yeah.
And it's over.
It's not great.
Yeah.
I don't like most of the characters in this movie.
Yeah.
I'm super into Mira Sorvino.
Yeah.
I pledge my love to her right now.
Yeah, I'm super into her. I like some of the stuff Johnny Legs is doing.
He's one of the more interesting characters because the team up of bumpkins.
Yeah.
Even Brian the Fairy? Is that his name? Larry the Fairy? Gary the Fairy?
Yeah.
They call him the Fairy.
Yeah.
Like, that guy kind of sucks, too.
Oh, yeah.
Ben Gazzara is a little interesting. It's beautiful to look at. It's a good-looking movie.
I don't think it's a good-looking movie.
Oh, you don't think it's a good-looking movie? I feel
don't.
like it's just Spike doing fucking Goodfellas. Like, he's trying to do Goodfellas.
I don't know. It felt flat to me. I had a real problem with it. But the breakup scene, it was like a pretty long
in the cemetery,
shot.
right?
No, in the apartment.
Oh.
I mean, the cemetery is its own thing.
Mm-hmm.
But then in the apartment, when they're finally dissolving, and Johnny Legs is like, I'm going to jump out that window if you leave me. That's like a good 6 or 7 minute long sequence. And that really felt slightly improvised too.
Mm-hmm.
But it was good. That stuff's interesting.
Not enough to hang a movie on.
No, and then you have just this. This feels almost more grotesque, to use that word lightly, than the fear that the original script would somehow glorify him. This just feels like you're tacking on this melodrama to a real historical event.
Yeah.
Like it's different than the use of Sharon Tate in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, I would say.
Well, at least he tries to give her a happy ending.
It's a recreation of the same thing with the Nazis in Inglourious Bastards. It's like the cathartic ending that you'd want.
Let's see the Hollywood ending to this horrible tragedy.
Yeah, this is just like, no, it's the real thing, all this stuff. But then we've got just this whatever going on.
And you loved Adrian Brody?
God.
He's not good. Do you have anything else you want to say about
don't.
it? You want to wrap it up, huh?
Yeah, as a movie, I'd give it a 5.5.
Yeah.
It gets a little like, oh God, where are we at?
I'll give it a 6. I don't hate it, but it took me 2 views to come to that feeling. It's mostly uninteresting, but the beauty of Sorvino.
It's the beauty of her performance, I think, that really heightens the fact that she's also a pretty good looking lady.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, wow.
You, me, time machine, we go back there, we break her and Quentin up, we say, we are your boyfriend.
Yeah.
We want to be nice to you.
Yeah.
We are going to rub your feet. We'll make your meals.
Mm-hmm.
You pay the bills.
Please.
But you got two boys trying to make you happy.
Yep. We'll curl up at your feet at night.
Mm-hmm. You only have sex with us if you want to.
Yeah.
You can have both of us at one time. We prefer probably to be one-on-one, but we're willing to do whatever you want.
I don't know if you noticed, there's a chair at the end of that bed. So.
We'd like to alternate who sits in the chair and watches.
Yep.
But I guess I will settle for just watching if I have to.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you can fart on me.
And we'll, like the one of us that's not involved, we come around with like Gatorade, towels,
straws, because you don't want to be just dumping.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we cater to the needs and the whims.
That's nice.
What would you give Spike Lee's performance?
It's like a fun 6.
Yeah, I'll give it a fun 6 too. I really like seeing him try to embody this character in this time period.
He's a funny dude.
Yeah. He is a funny dude in a not too funny movie.
Summer of Sam, coming back for both of us 25 years later.
Yeah, check us out on
NowPlayingNetwork.net and Linktree.
You can call us at a number.
That's right. You can give us a call at wedoingfilmographies@gmail.com and send us an email at 763-634-1897.
You can rate us and review us on Apple Podcast. And any other thing that you're listening on if they have a rating system. But specifically through the Papple, you can recommend a movie.
That's right.
We'll watch it. And you know what? It could even be a movie that we've seen before.
And sometimes people say it absolutely cannot be a movie we've seen before.
But it could be.
It could be.
It could be, and then some.
Right. And if you put a little bit of your skin in the CD tray of your parents' old computer, you can clone yourself.
I've been Jules.
And I've been Jason. Good night.